How vital is that physicality, particularly when you're going up against a side like the Springboks?
Yeah, it's an area of the game they pride themselves on. I'm sure they'd be frustrated after that A game where they didn't get any advantage really from a mauling point of view. They didn't get anything out of the scrums, and we've got to take confidence with that, from that, and build on that performance. I know there's a few changes on both sides, but it's essentially, it was a test team essentially from a South African point of view. So we've got to step things up with those individuals and build on that performance. And we want a scrummage. We feel that we're technically very good. It's been great to date. It'd be that was one of the things that we discussed with Nick and the other officials for the weekend. He's expecting a big battle up front, big set piece battle, plenty of mauls that he needs to be officiating on, as well as the aerial battle as well.
How do you expect them to react to the success that you had in those areas at the maul in the scrum?
I think they're going to go harder, so we're going to have to be a little bit better. So there are certain things that we can improve on again. We need to step that up and make sure that we don't sort of rest on our laurels. I think they're going to ramp it up again and step up that intensity and go harder at scrum, harder at maul. They've got a couple of key players back for them. That's going to raise their intensity as well. So Bonabi, the hooker, he's got a major role to play. I think he's the best scrummager that they've got. So those changes, you can see that they're going to come a lot harder in those areas.
Throughout the World Cup, the South African management were telling their players the opposition can't handle your physicality. Are you ready for what they're going to bring? Can you handle it?
Yeah, that's the challenge. The proof will come on Saturday. There's a lot of experience in and around the playing group, as well as the coaching group as well. I know Warren can draw on the experience of 12 years ago when he was out here. And the level of intensity that caught him cold in that first test. He's making sure that we don't fall in that trap again, really. So as much as we can take a lot of positives out of that A game, we do know that there's another level in the Springboks, but there's another level in us as well.
Can I ask you about their decision regarding their starting front row? There's been a lot of people saying that the better South African front row is actually on the bench. What do you make of that, and what does that say tactically?
Yeah, I don't believe that. They've all got different individual strengths, so you've got to look at how they complement each other as a front row. I would argue whether the starting one is weaker than the one to come on, but it's the way they played through the World Cup with regards to that bomb squad, that mentality of them coming on and having an input in the game. But we've got strength and depth from a front row point of view as well. So there's an argument and a case to be made both ways.
And just away from the TMO issue, how did the meeting with the officials go yesterday? Are you clear with everything that they want and they're clear with everything that you want from them?
Yeah, communication is a big one, that's a big thing from, especially from a mauling point of view, where, we were penalised on a couple of occasions in that A game. We know that South Africa pride themselves on that area of the game. So it's just having that level of communication with the referee to what he deems is acceptable or not. Same from a scrum point of view. We've had positive feedback all the way through. So don't see that being an issue either. But that level of communication between Nick and the captain, and we've got to make sure that we just go through that one source, through the captain or the pack leader, really, and not sort of bombard him with things. I'm confident, and they've done their analysis on certain individuals from both teams. So it was very much a feeling of, listen, the three of us, we're confident in our ability to be able to deal with anything that happens on Saturday. So we respect where you've come from the last 5 games. It won't be that much difference, but just trust that we're ready for it on the weekend. And that was the message that came through loud and clear to us anyway.